Hi, this is Rob Yates. For myself and Kyle Oglesby, this is our Welcome to Distance Learning for Financial Algebra. I'd like to start out today with a joke. What did the duck say when he bought lipstick? Put it on my bill. So, you're probably curious about what we need to do each week. We're going to have to watch some videos. You can watch them on your own time. You can watch them as many times as you want. You can stop them, you can start them, you can fast forward them. You can take notes off of them just like you would in class. You have to complete 2 assignments. They may be practice worksheets, they may be Khan Academy exercises, they may be Desmos activities, it could be Google homework. Most likely they will be questions from the back of our text. Each week you're going to receive a series of video lessons and activities or assignments. They're going to be posted on the Google Classroom on Monday mornings, and assignments for credit will be due the following. How will I be graded? This, of course, is the question of the day. Grades for this semester are going to be pass and no grade. So P and NG. You may have heard that seniors who are passing as of March 13th will be awarded a pass for the course. Those of you who are not passing can consider this an opportunity to bring your grade up to passing. Please speak with Mr. Oglesby or Mr. Yates to determine what you need to do to get your grade up. You could probably, if it's not too bad, just go back and make up a few things. Are there going to be tests online? We are not sure yet, but for now we're just going to focus on the... So, just like we're in class, if you would, please title your next page in your notebook as follows. 5-7, driving data, day 1. The dates that these lessons are for the 14th and 15th of April. Our learning target is we'll be able to write, interpret, and use the distance formula, and be able to use the formula for the relationship between distance, fuel economy, and gas. I would like you to read pages 259 and 60 in your textbook up to the skills and strategies. Please define these vocabulary words: odometer, speedometer, fuel economy measurement, miles per gallon, kilometers per liter, distance formula, 1 kilometer and 1 mile. And you might be saying, wait, I don't have a book. Here is the pages that you're going to read. I included the examples that we're going to talk about. Remember, you can pause this. I'm going to go through them kind of quickly. You might want to pause them and make sure you can read them all. Here is the beginning. That's the bottom of 59. Here is the top of 260. And here's example 1. Here is example 2, completed. Example 3, the completion of example 3. And example 4, which we're not doing. So, what is important data to a driver? What's a greater distance, a mile or a kilometer? Well, if you read what you were supposed to, you would know that 1 mile equals about 1.6 kilometers. And if a sign read 100 miles to the Canadian border, would the numeral used to represent the number of kilometers be greater than 100 or less than 100? Obviously, it would be greater than. Let's take a look at example 1, which is on page 260 if you do have a text. A car travels at an average speed of 50 miles per hour for 6 hours. How far does this car travel? Well, you take your miles, 50 per hour, and you multiply it by 6, and you get the total, which is going to be 300. Why is this important? Because this is called the distance formula. And the distance formula is simply distance equals the rate of speed times time. 50 was our rate of speed. Our time was 6 hours. Therefore, we went 300 miles. All right, let's take a look at example. Jack lives in New York and will be attending college in Atlanta. The driving distance between the two cities is 883 miles. Jack knows that the speed limit varies on the roads, and he will travel from 50 miles an hour to 65 miles an hour. He figures that he will average about 60 miles per hour on his trip. At this average rate, how long will he be driving? Express your answer rounded to the nearest tenth of an hour and the nearest minute. All right. We just take our distance formula and we kind of flip it around. If we know that d equals r times t, to find out how long, we just divide each side by r. This cancels, and we get distance divided by rate equals the time. In this particular case, we take 883 divided by 60, and what we get is about 14.716. Now, problem 2 is that we have to figure out how many minutes are in 0.716 of an hour. We have 14 hours. We know that there are 60 minutes in an hour, so we take 0.716 times 60 minutes, and you'll get about 43 minutes. So, total time is going to be 14 hours and 43 minutes. All right, let's take a look at example. Example 3 says, Kate left Albany, New York, and she traveled to Montreal, Quebec. The distance from Albany to the Canadian border is approximately 176 miles, and the distance from the Canadian border to Montreal, Quebec, is approximately 65 kilometers. The entire trip took her 3 3/4 hours. What was her average speed for the trip? So, we have to change the kilometers to miles to figure, to make everything the same. So we take 65K and we multiply it times 0.621371. And we get 40.389115. So we're just going to round that up to 40.4. So now for total miles, we take our 176 miles and we add 40.4 miles, and our total is 216.4 miles. So we know that she took 3 3/4 hours. So we take 216.4 and we divide by 3.75. Let me move this up a little bit. There we go. 3.75, and what we get is 57.7. So she's about 58 miles an hour. Okay, underline what's important in your notes, circle your 10, and your assignment for today is, here is problems 2 through 7. Record your answers in your interactive notebook. You may say, I don't have problems 2 through 7. There is a video with a detailed explanation of problems 2 through 7 as well. If you have any questions, please email your teacher, Mr. Ogilvy, or me. We're certainly interchangeable. You can email me if you can't get a hold of Mr. Oglesby. If you have any questions, that's what email's for. Thanks again, and have a nice day.